Wrestling fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
And now, please welcome at this time your hosts, Graham GSM Matthews and RJ Marceau. You're listening to the next era of wrestling radio. This is WrestleRant Radio.
Happy almost SummerSlam weekend, folks. Welcome back here to WrestleRant Radio for July 31st, 2025. It is indeed almost SummerSlam weekend. We have so much to get into here today, including preview and predictions for this weekend's pay-per-view, the first ever two-night installment of the event. But joining me to discuss it for the first time in 2 weeks, returning from vacation, Mr. Marceau, a relaxed and tan Mr. Marceau from Lake Georgia. What's going on, brother? How you doing? How was vacation?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing well. It was on your vacation, actually, or on your way home from vacation, that you were the one, before anyone else, that broke the news to me about Hulk Hogan passing away. You were driving.
I was driving back from New York, and I saw on my phone that someone had texted me from work that Hulk Hogan passed away. I was stunned. I was like, I have to text Graham. Just instantly texting you. But yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's crazy. We'll get into it in a little bit, but I mentioned before that you were the one that also broke the Bray Wyatt passing news to me. It's like you're like my TMZ, basically. Like usually I'm the one to do that to other people. You're my TMZ.
Yep.
How was vacation otherwise?
It was good, yeah. We went to Lake George, New York. We went there for 4 days. It was a good time. Weather was nice. No complaints.
Hey, no complaints. Right back in your couch in time for SummerSlam weekend. And not only that, we do have something else to talk about here today. Big Netflix premiere this past week that everyone's talking about. Happy Gilmore 2. What did you think I was going to say? WWE Unreal? I'm not talking about that shit. That fake shit. Happy Gilmore 2. I know we discussed it. Earlier before we hit record here. But in a nutshell, what were your thoughts on the movie? Great.
I thought Happy Gilmore 2 was probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. If any positive came out of it, it made me enjoy the first movie even more.
Okay.
I just thought the cameos were too much. They just like you said before, like they kept flashing back to the original. Like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Like, yeah, I saw the movie, so yeah, I remember that person. Yeah. Oh, like what about this scene? Like, yeah, I remember. I can quote the first movie from like by heart. I don't need you to show me the Mista lady. Like, I know who that is. Like, you don't need to show me the Jackass guy. I know who that is. I know who this person is. Like, I just feel like they did that too much. The whole Maxi golf thing was really dumb to me. It brought zero anything to the movie. Yeah. I thought his sons were pretty much useless in the movie. The daughter was like, okay, that's kind of like the purpose of him coming back. They did let the alcohol thing drag on for a while as well. If you've seen the first movie, I guess you kind of have to see it. Just like
it's a nice nod to the original. There's a lot of nods, but the thing is that when there's, I guess I didn't say this to you before, but I'm thinking about it now. When there's that many cameos, is it really a cameo? When the entire movie is cameos, is it really like a cameo at that point?
No, but the whole, like you said before, there's no like actually like normal actors in it besides like Sandler, his family. It's all just other celebrities. So I just didn't think it was good. I thought it was a waste of 2 hours, but I think if you've seen the original and like you cherish the original, definitely see it, but don't expect a lot.
Yeah, no, I think it is worth watching if you saw the original because they do a lot. Like, not even a lot. The entire movie is references to the original, which I enjoy, but it's not as well done. There's a lot of stupid humor, like the butt stuff and the that sounds weird.
Fart breath.
Yeah, the fart breath, among many other things throughout the movie. A lot of it's just dumb, like in a movie that you would have seen 20 years ago. But like with the Netflix budget in 2025, this is the same guy that did Uncut Gems a few years ago, which was an amazing movie. He did that Hustle movie too, which was also on Netflix, which I liked. I really like that movie. And I know why they did it. It's an established IP. I get it. But it just kind of felt like an excuse to get as many people, as many celebrities into the movie as possible so people can talk about it. Like everyone was talking about it over the weekend, and now no one's going to be talking about it because it didn't come out in theaters. And I mean, that is what it is, and that's how the current age of social media works. But I had fun with it. I enjoyed it for what it was, but there was just a lot of stupid shit, a lot of dumb shit, and I think you hit the nail right on the head. It was nothing but like flashbacks and references, like, oh, do you remember this guy? And they showed like the original caddy like 3 times. Like, do we really need to be flashing back to him 4 or 5 times throughout the movie? I mean, come on. But there were parts that I enjoyed. I thought the graveyard scene, I liked that. The ending scene with everyone in the sky, I won't give too much away for those that haven't seen it yet, but, I enjoyed it for what it was. The movie, I mean, listen, it was 30 years too late. I mean, I actually forgot to ask you this when we were discussing it earlier. Were you a fan of, without giving it away for anyone who hasn't seen it, but that opening scene where they kill off a certain someone? I was like, Alexis and I were like, what the fuck? Like, that was just, I know.
I mean, it was like kind of like a nod to the first movie.
Yes.
Obviously, I think in the first movie his dad passed away, and that's how he moves in with the grandma.
Exactly.
But like to me, I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Just like they did the same scene like in the original movie when his son's like the job, and they have like whatever the job they're doing, they have between his legs, and they do like the humping thing, like he does in the first movie.
They do it a lot though in this movie. They do it a lot.
Okay, yeah, exactly. I just I was a little pulled back, but like I said, I wasn't really anticipating a lot.
Yeah. And on the WWE Unreal note, actually, I'm going to throw this to you because you've seen more than I have. You've seen 2 episodes. I've only seen 1. I won't give my full review here. I could talk more about it with you next week here on the show after we've seen more. I've only seen 1 of the 5, but you said you're enjoying it so far. I think the production value is great, and it's showing some cool stuff. I mean, some of it's scripted, but listen, we watched every fucking episode of Total Divas. It's no different than that. Probably a little bit better. But what are your thoughts on what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I think so far so good. I think it's definitely interesting. Obviously, we kind of like know what's going on, but like actually seeing it is kind of like a different perspective, and it kind of like makes you maybe cherish some of the things a little bit more. Like like the guys in the ring are doing a lot, but then also knowing like people backstage are doing a lot to like make sure everything's working. And I think Fresh Fly, he made a comment and said like the entertaining stuff behind the scenes don't feel like it's needed. I mean, I do get what you're saying, but to me, it's kind of like, I don't know if you've seen like the Hard Knocks for like football and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like the same thing. It's like they're showing you like behind the scenes, like, oh, these are the coaches and these are the guys doing. I think it's more like, yes, they're showing you what's going on, but I also feel like it gives you like kind of a more in-depth look at the people themselves, like getting a more like behind the scenes of us, like an athlete or like in this predicament, like people from WWE. So like, I think it does kind of like make you cherish some things a little bit more, and it's interesting to see how like the inner workings are.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to say it's a great thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying, me personally, I have no issue with it. Like, I've grown up in an age, not in the last 5 years, but I've been a fan now for 17 years or whatever. I mean, kayfabe is so far dead, and it has been dead for so long now, it just doesn't really bother me as much. I actually, kind of going off of what you said, I appreciate the fact that they're doing that, like focusing on the producers and stuff. You don't want to know how everything is made, I understand that, but it honestly gives me a deeper appreciation for people like Chris Park, aka Abyss, and Bruce Pritchard when he doesn't come across like an asshole on the show, and Petey Williams and people like that, because no one really knows what their jobs are exactly. I mean, we kind of do, but for people that may not be as aware, I think it's a nice look behind the curtain of those people to kind of give them their flowers, because it is a tough job with the whole timing thing. Like, oh, you got to end this match in 1:45. Don't go over your time. Like, that's a really interesting aspect of it, I think.
Yeah, no, I think, like you said, it does highlight the producer a little bit more, kind of showing you like the actual interactions with the referees, kind of like making sure everyone's going in the right pace and going in the right thing, cutting things out, like just trying to still make it flow at the end of the day. So I think overall I've seen the first 2 episodes, and I would say they both were a good watch so far.
Yeah, and it's only a 5-episode show. The hours or the episodes are close to an hour, so it really isn't like a much of a commitment of a watch. You could probably get through it in a couple days max. Probably, obviously, in a day if you just sat down and watched all 5 at the same time. But I will catch up at some point. We can discuss more next week after we watch the whole thing. It does cover the road to WrestleMania, Jay winning the Rumble, the infamous John Cena heel turn, which will probably be over by the next time we speak next Thursday here on the show. Hopefully, if there is a God, it will be over this weekend. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on here on the show. Before we get going here with more SummerSlam talk and talk about the Hulkster passing away last week. Do you want to say new episodes of the show available every single Thursday right here on the YouTube channels? We're live as well as on WrestleRant.com, WrestleRantRadio.com as well, and all usual major podcast platforms. Shout out to the channel members, Alexis, Miss Maud Matthews, Dylan the Jackal, Mrs. Renee, Mr. Marceau himself, at RJ_Marceau on X, Swerve1 at SwerveWON on IG, Daniel Malcolm at I'm Quarter on X, John Ritland right here on YouTube, Real Honesty with John Ritland, Richie, who I saw there in the chat, thanks for joining, Richie, Red Planet Wrestling on YouTube, as well as Average Grunt at The Average Grunt on X. More information on that down below in the description box. And just be sure to like the video if you're here and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to be notified every single time we go live and every single time new content is uploaded. Thank you to everyone joining in the chat live here for the show. I will go through it all quickly here before we get to the Hulk Hogan and SummerSlam stuff. I see Fernando saying Buenos Dias, WrestleRant. What's going on, Fernando? Johnny's got a couple questions here saying good morning. He also said, for RJ, do you have a favorite SummerSlam show and a favorite SummerSlam match? And is it, in my opinion, this is the question I'm adding, is it SummerSlam 06, the first pay-per-view or one of the first pay-per-views that you attended?
It is not. No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think 2002 was easily my favorite.
It has to be,
one
yeah.
I'm fond of. I mean, it's the first one I watched as a fan live, like watching. I mean, I just think that show overall is really good. I mean, Shawn and Triple H was like the big thing at that time. I mean, that match was great. I mean, like you said, 06 was the first one I went to. That show was fine for what it was. We went to 20. Your dates are better than mine. When did we go?
10 years ago. 2015. Wow.
2015.
Crazy.
Seth won the two belts, and
that was a great match, though. Great match.
Jon Stewart ruined the ending, but no, I mean, I think 02 is probably my favorite. I mean, Rey and Kurt Angle kicking off. A huge Rey Mysterio fan. It was my favorite growing up, so love that. It came out from behind, did the little head scissors. That was a great match. And like I said, Shawn and Triple H on top, Brock and Rock. Just a great show. So I would definitely say that show. And I think Triple H and Shawn is probably my favorite. I mean, that rivalry was great at the time. The whole video package. Thoughts that'll be cleared in time for SummerSlam. Oh my God, it gives me goosebumps now.
SummerSlam?
The whole like clear as day. Triple H will attack him. They try to act like it wasn't him. Like anyone, blind Stevie Wonder in the basement could have seen it was Triple H. I mean,
that never made sense to me watching it back. I wasn't watching. I've asked you this a million times.
I'm gonna find out who it was. I'm like, it was clearly you.
He attacked him the week before, bro.
Exactly.
He attacked him. It made no sense. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say that match and that show is probably my my favorite SummerSlam.
I mean, honestly, I know you're biased because you said that was your favorite, but I think, in my opinion, and I'm not just saying this because you kind of talked spoke highly of it, is that the best SummerSlam of all time? Because I've seen a lot of people say that. In my opinion, I think it is. I think it's the most well-rounded show. Great opener, great main event, great Triple H Shawn match. You have a lot of other good mid-card matches. I think that might be the best SummerSlam ever.
It is really good. I mean, I was just peeking at the card. I mean, there is a lot of good on there. I think Trish is. I mean, she had to have been on it.
Yeah, what was the one? Did they have any women's matches on that show?
No, they didn't actually.
Really?
So it was Kurt Angle and Rey, Ric Flair and Chris Jericho, Edge and Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam and Chris Benoit, Undertaker and Test.
That was whatever. Yeah, who gives a shit?
Un-Americans versus Booker T and Goldust. You gotta scratch that off. Shawn and Triple H and Brock and Rock. I mean, there's a lot of legends on there. I mean, that's a pretty solid card. They said he probably could have put like Trish and Lita on there, but I mean, that's a really good card.
Yeah, no, it's a strong card. Great crowd in Long Island, too. Brock's homecoming as WWE champion, essentially. It was just an excellent show. Might be worth a rewatch when I'm at the hotel a little bit later on today before SummerSlam coming up this weekend. Johnny said, I would have preferred Hangman and Tony feuding with other people while MJF and Athena lurk in the background just watching. Yeah, I would have been fine with that, too. I mean, I'm fine with them going to Tony and Athena first because I think Athena should be champion imminently. Hangman and MJF I can agree with, but the Tony-Athena one I don't have an issue with. Johnny also asked for RJ, and again, this is where I'm going to fuck up the pronunciation. This is your favorite part of the show.
You want me to say it? I can read it if you want.
Well, I was going to say Kazmat, but there's no Z in there. Or there actually is a Z. What? Kazmat?
It's Hamzat.
That's not even close to what I just said.
Hamzat and DDP. Yeah. It's going to be a good fight. That's in 2 weeks. It's the 16th. I don't know. I like Hamzat's like the up and comer, like he's undefeated beast. But DDP, he's the champion now. He's like one of those underdog. Like he's not like talked about as like the top guy, but he always gets the job done. I think if it's in the first 2 rounds, Hamzat wins, but it gets past that, DDP wins. So.
Okay.
I kind of want DDP to win, but Hamzat's just such a beast too. It's a good fight. I can't wait.
All right. That's coming up in 2 weeks, you said?
Yeah, August 16th.
Nice. All right. What UFC is that? What UFC are they up to now?
I think that's 319, I believe.
319. Wow. I remember when they were in like the 200s and like the 203 and whatever. That's crazy.
Yeah, 319.
319. Holy shit. That's insane. Marie, what's going on? Saying good morning, Graham and RJ. Fresh Fly also said, what match are you most looking forward to this SummerSlam weekend? For me, I would say the six-pack TLC match, honestly. I think they just added that, obviously. I think it's night 2. They haven't made that official, but pretty obvious it's night 2. But for the card, Mr. Marceau, coming up this weekend, what is your most anticipated match of the weekend?
It's a great question. Definitely not the TLC match. That's going to be a Home Depot furniture.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Spot fest. Yeah, I'm all set with that. I mean, it'll be fine, but I mean, just a lot going on. I would probably say the women's triple threat I'm really interested in. Io, Rhea, and Naomi. Roman J versus Bron and Bronson, I think, would be big. I mean, Cody Cena still does nothing for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did nothing for me at WrestleMania. It's still not really moving the needle now. Punk and Gunther, I think, has potential. If Rollins cashes in, I'm going to fucking jump out a window and die.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way.
Okay.
Becky Lyra. There you go. I missed it. Becky Lyra is the match of the weekend for me.
Best feud of the year. I mean, we've talked about this.
Oh, easily. I will say, if Bayley costs Lyra, I might end my life. So.
We'll discuss later. We'll discuss will situations later and funeral arrangements, because I think that might be what actually happens.
Oh, I would literally be so fucking mad. It wouldn't be funny.
That goes against.
I love Becky. I love Becky too. But
no, for sure. Yeah. I mean that goes against everything I've been saying now for the last 6 months. That Becky's gonna obviously lose in the end, but now I'm not so sure coming off what we've seen in recent weeks. But it's good. They're making me question what's gonna happen this weekend. So we'll get into it. Richie, what's going on? Good morning to you as well. Thanks for joining as always. He also said, this is an interesting question/statement. He said, I will die on this hill. The last enjoyable Adam Sandler comedy was Click in 2006. First of all, Click is amazing, but is that the last great Adam Sandler comedy? What would it be? I'm trying to think.
Have you seen Just Go With It?
No, I don't think I've even heard of that.
Just Go With It. It's with him, Jennifer Aniston. Basically, he's like a plastic surgeon doctor. She's like a secretary. She's like divorced with 2 kids. He's rich, singular bachelor. He like meets this like beautiful woman, whatever.
Yeah.
And then basically he says he was divorced. They use her as like his divorced wife. They have the 2 kids, obviously. And then basically the kids like make it so they go on this family trip, and like he's like trying to. It's hilarious. He's in it. Nick Swartzen's in it. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's called Just Go With It. It's on TV all the time. It was 2011.
I was gonna say it's like a Netflix movie, but it was a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't seen. No, I'm surprised. I've actually never heard of it. It's one of those movies they play in FX like every day type of thing.
Yeah, it's like one of those that's on like TBS all the time.
Yeah. Now I got to check it out.
Have you seen Blended?
Blended?
Yeah, it's like him and Drew Barrymore. They like go on a trip. They like their families are blended together.
No, I gotta do my Adam Sandler research. I mean, I'm not just my 4 are. I don't love Mr. Deeds. I think Mr. Deeds is good. I know you love that movie. Mr. Deeds is a very.
First Dates is off. I don't know when that came out.
That's a great movie. Well, that was before, I think. I think 51st Dates came out in like 04. 51st Dates is a great movie. I love. I've said this before, but Billy Madison is just dumb as fuck. But I love that movie. Big Daddy, obviously the first Happy Gilmore. This is a dumb answer for me, and this is a more like I think well-known answer. I like the first Grown Ups. It's a very dumb movie.
Oh, it is a good movie. I think people don't give Grown Ups a fair shake.
A lot of his movies have stupid humor, but I thought it was
that
enjoyable.
Was good. Like you have him, like Schneider, David Spade,
Chris Rock,
Kevin James, Chris Rock. Like that's a good crew.
Wait, is Kevin James in that movie?
Kevin James, he's one of the
Oh, I thought it was 4 dads. I thought
he's
it was
the one that like farts and like like the wiggle fart.
You just mentioned farting like that. Just sounds like Adam Sandler toilet humor. That makes sense. But it was 2011. It was okay. It was 2010 back then. That's a good movie. I like those. I'll have to have an Adam Sandler watch along one of these days. I will check out the movies that you watch though, or that you recommended.
Just Go With It's a classic.
Just Go With It. Just Go With It and Blended. You said right?
Yeah, Just Go With It. I prefer more. I think it's a funnier, like better movie. But like I said, it's hilarious.
I mean,
basically he like tries like use Jennifer Aniston to be his wife, then it backfires because like he like tries to like use her kids to impress his new girlfriend, but they like kind of flip it on him, and they basically get him to bring them to Hawaii on a trip, and he's like, it's hilarious. You gotta watch it.
That might be a New Jersey
Jennifer
hotel
Aniston
watch.
too.
I mean, she was great during that period. Obviously, she's from Friends, but I love her in Bruce Almighty specifically. She was great in Bruce Almighty. That's another classic 2000s movie. But no, listen, you're undefeated so far as like The Town, great movie. What was the other one? Old School, great movie. So the recommendations, for the most part, are pretty solid. I mean, Mr. Marceau doesn't steer wrong with the film.
It's a good movie. I recommend.
All right, I'll have to check it out. Alexis on that same Happy Gilmore 2 note. She said, the first one is one of my favorite movies of all time, so it was cute seeing the callbacks, but too many flashbacks and stupid humor. Yeah, we talked about that last night, but, I mean, that is putting it lightly. There was a lot of dumb humor. A lot of parts I enjoyed and thought were funny, but a lot of parts were like, what's going on here? Just like dumb shit. Zach, what's going on? Saying good morning, everyone. Nathaniel said, I'm seeing Fantastic Four next Tuesday. Well, enjoy it. I thought the movie was great. Nathaniel also said, I saw 4 unreal episodes. Freshfly said, I did not finish Happy Gilmore 2. I only got up to the part where Gilmore is golfing with those 3 people in the beginning. Well, you're probably better off just ending there, because it doesn't get much better after that.
You're not wrong.
Never really picks up. Daniel, what's going on? Thanks for joining as always. And Graham and RJ, the new Eber and Roper. I got to check out that reference. I do not understand the reference, but I will have to give that a Google search. And Rich even said, well, there's a whole generation that won't understand that reference. I am that generation because I do not understand the reference, so I'm sorry to say. Nathaniel said, I also think Becky retains because I could see Bayley costing Lyra, like RJ said. Head shake, but we will definitely discuss that in a little bit. Shout out to William Regal, Freshfly says, for treating Chris Park with respect after Bruce Pritchard was kind of being a jerk about everything on that Netflix premiere. Hey, listen, Chris Park needed to know that he hit his time. He needed that validation, and Bruce Pritchard would not give it to him.
I just feel like I understand where people are coming. Obviously, like Bruce came off like as a hard ass, but like when things like you have to hit your time, like that's important. Like back in the day, if you're on pay-per-view and you went over, they just cut the show. Like,
yeah,
obviously they probably got a little bit more wiggle room, but like I mean, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, it's clear, like you said, it's part of the job that sometimes like it happens.
Yeah. No, I get it. I completely understand why it happens. I think Bruce Pritchard, it would have been nice if he was like, it doesn't, not a big deal. Don't worry about it. He was like, no, you went over all of your times. Match went great, but you went over all of your times. Like, it would have been nice if he was a little bit kinder to him, but maybe that's
but like, do we know, like, could this have been the 3rd time it's happened? Like,
true.
You're not getting that as well, too. Yeah. So it's like, maybe it's happened multiple times, and he's just like, I can't, like, you need to figure this out.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, also, I think they definitely exaggerated it for the show, but I still did think it was, I thought it was an interesting scene for sure. And Richie said the same thing. Chris Park was so humble and adorable. I felt bad for the guy, but agreed. Shout out to William Regal. Is he mad at me? He sounded like a child asking his dad, like, oh, is mom mad at me? Like, I thought that was funny. Nathaniel said, I wish we can get Edge and Cena one more time. Well, we're not, but I'm not sure how great that match would be in 2025 anyway, but for nostalgia reasons, it would have been fine. He also said, RJ, do you want to see Cena win the Intercontinental Championship? I said no to this on Tuesday.
No.
There's your answer on that. Freshfly said, Jey Uso pulling up to work. They know me.
That was so sad.
They know me now. Uso. Is that on Unreal? Is that the second episode?
Yeah, it's the second episode. He's like, the second episode's about Rumble. It's Jay. He's like, yeah, now people know me. Like that. He pulls up to the show. The guy's parking lot. He's like, yeah, what's the name? He's like, Uso. He's like, yeah, I don't got you here. Like, I'm looking for Mark Henry. And he lists off like 3 other like veterans. He's like, wait, are you supposed to be in the media thing? He's like, no, I'm a talent. He's like, Mark Henry's behind me. He's like, well, can he vouch for you? And he's like, yeah. And then they just let him go.
Oh, wow. What is this for? The Rumble or something?
No, it's just like getting in a parking lot for one of the shows. It wasn't the Rumble. It was like a show before that.
Oh, wow. That is kind of sad.
Fun. It was funny. I'm like, yikes.
Yeah, he said, I felt so bad for Jey Uso after watching that clip. Edge and John Cena is among one of his favorite SummerSlam matches, Nathaniel said. That was the one that you were there for, SummerSlam 2006, baby.
People like almost rioted because Edge won.
I still say the TLC match is better, but the SummerSlam match is definitely good. Did we like Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam? I mean, I don't know if the word like is accurate, but it's definitely an interesting match. I mean, it's fun.
Spectacle.
It's spectacle is probably the best way to describe it for sure. Trish and Lita is the greatest diva feud of all time. I would. It's definitely up there, if not number 1 for sure. Daniel said, the little I've seen from Unreal, Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes do not come off well at all. Well, according to RJ, I have not seen it yet, but Michael Hayes...
I don't think Michael Hayes has been that bad. I mean, I've only seen the first 2 episodes. I mean, he was pulling for Jay. I mean, like I said, I've only seen 2 episodes, so maybe he becomes a little bit more prickish, but
yeah.
I mean, like I said, I feel like people like get mad about the Bruce Pritchard thing, but it's like it's at the end of the day, it's like it's a job.
It could have been worse, trust me.
He's a boss. Like if you're a boss, you kind of sometimes have to be a little assertive.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. And you also have him to thank too, because Hayes, I guess, according to you, what you said from the show, that he was the one who said Jey Uso should win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he and one of the other riders were like the ones pushing for Jey.
Yeah, so. Without Michael Hayes, who knows where Jey Uso would be now? He would have never won when it mattered most. He would have just kept losing and losing and losing, which was our biggest complaint for a very long time. First of all, I ask, am I flying out to Summer Scam today? Yes, I am heading out to SummerSlam in a little while, but I will be there this weekend indeed to see Lyra Valkyria lose to Becky Lynch, John Cena retain his title, and stay a heel. Maybe get a double turn that everyone wants to see so badly, which I still think would be incredibly dumb. Fernando said, if Drew doesn't make it to SummerSlam, who should replace him in the tag match? That's a good question. The whole Drew, stuck in Scotland thing or whatever, because he forgot his passport for some reason. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people who are not on the show. Like LA Knight's not on the show, but you're not going to put him on the heel team. Honestly, I know he's not Drew McIntyre, but I would say go with like a Carmelo Hayes. Like I saw Miz throw his name into the hat. Absolutely fucking not. But Carmelo Hayes hasn't been on in a while. I mean, that would be a nice spot for him. I'm not saying it gets to that, but I mean, that would be nice. Does anyone else come to mind for you? Make it a handicap match?
I'd go so far away from that. Hey, bring Jake Paul in. No Drew, bring Jake in.
I mean, that would be a bigger attraction for a lot of people. I'll tell you that much.
There you
if
go.
They can pull it off last minute. I mean, can't be completely impossible.
Him and Jelly Roll, come on, that's sells tickets alone.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Jelly Roll's already selling a lot of tickets, so throw Jake Paul in there. I'm sure people would want to see. At the very least, Jake Paul get an RKO and get his ass kicked by Randy Orton. So it has its pros and cons. Nathaniel said, I can't wait to see Cope and Christian win the tag titles in Toronto like they did in WWF. That would be nice if they wanted Toronto at all out, but we'll see. Let's see. I'm hearing the Miz might. Nathaniel said, absolutely fucking not. That'd be terrible. That would be awful. Yes, grown-ups indeed, fresh fly. Johnny said the same question. RJ, what's your favorite SummerSlam show and match? But we already answered that. A lot of comments here. Let me backtrack a little bit. Let's see. Have we seen Hotel Transylvania with Adam Sandler? That is very Well, I guess it's not because we're talking Adam Sandler movies. I've seen part of 3, but I haven't seen the rest of them. Have you seen any of them?
I haven't seen it.
No, those are those animated movies. I haven't seen those. Fernando said, don't take your life, RJ, LOL. We can't lose you and Hogan back to back. I mean, seriously, we're going to have another memorial show here on the show next week.
Hogan wants to put me over.
And I don't know if he's going to do that, but we can wish. Daniel said, I have seen that, RJ. I like that movie. It comes on TV all the time. Plus, you can never go wrong with Jennifer Aniston. There you go. For which was the name of that movie again?
Just go with it.
Just go with it. All right. If Daniel's also recommending it, must be a good movie. Murder Mystery was good. That's one of those Netflix movies. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on that, but, maybe I'll check it out. I wonder how many of the Kevin James roles in Adam Sandler movies would have been Chris Farley. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Chris Farley, gone too soon, him and John Candy, but that would have been cool to see him in those movies. Yes, Click does get sad at hell at one point. We've discussed this before. For those that haven't seen the movie, I won't say anything, but Click is an excellent movie. We've talked about that before. Doing well, Noob. Thanks for joining us as always. Saying good morning to us. I appreciate the flashbacks because I've never seen Fresh Fly. How do you watch Happy Gilmore 2 without watching Happy Gilmore 1? You can't. You're doing yourself a massive
You're doing yourself a disservice, yeah.
Come on. You're doing yourself a massive disservice with that one, my friend. Fresh Fly said, Drew and Logan Paul made a video together. I saw it. Drew was back in the States already. Well, there you go. We don't have to wonder then. Noob said, everyone on X extremely triggered over WWE Unreal this week. And I do mean everyone even watched AEW All Access. Or Roads to the Top. Yeah, I mean, it's all, like, a lot of it's scripted stuff. I mean, it's kind of what it is. I'm not really surprised. So that is what it is. Happy Gilmore 2 was trash. The Killing. Yeah, I won't say it for those that haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
all the other dark stuff took me out. Yeah, not a big fan of that at all. That chokeslam jellyfish gave Austin Theory at SummerSlam last year was top tier. The guy, I'm not going to say he knows how to work, but so far I think he's holding his own physicality-wise. I mean, I'll give him his credit. I'm not going to see Jelly roll, but I think so far he's held his own. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think it's been good so far.
Yeah, I would agree. Longest Yard. I forgot about Longest Yard. That was before Click, though. Great movie.
Yeah,
that was before Click.
It was before Click.
A lot of WWE cameos in that one for anyone interested. Noob mentioned the exact... Oh, yeah, Noob said the exact same thing. Yeah, a lot of people from WWE in that movie. And Jellyfish is indeed crazy. What a nickname for Jelly Roll. But let's get to the top of the story here. Before we get to SummerSlam predictions, Mr. Marceau. We mentioned a little bit earlier, literally, like, there's a recurring joke here on the show that every single time we wrap up, I know you weren't on last week, but when I was on last week with Tommy, we wrapped up literally within 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. I pressed stop stream. 5 minutes later, you text me saying Hulk Hogan died. Now, I wasn't going to stay live anyway because there was just a lot to unpack there. But talk about your instant reaction. I mean, it's been said a lot, including from yours truly. The complicated legacy of Hulk Hogan / Terry Bollea. Very problematic individual, but at the same time, a legend in the world of wrestling, getting 3 tributes on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, which I think is well justified for what he meant to that company. Talk to me about your, thoughts on his passing by the age of 71, and your own kind of attachment to Hulk Hogan and your fandom from the last 23 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was big. I mean, like you said, I feel like a lot of people, it's complicated between Terry and Hulk, but for me, it hit hard. I mean, I was just like, damn, a legend gone. Cody said it best in one of the tributes, like, without, like, he was the sports entertainer. Like, you think of sports entertainment, you think of Hulk Hogan, like, he is the guy. It just, to me, I feel like I understand all the outer ring things went on, but
oh yeah, for sure.
Me, I just look at it as Hulk Hogan, the guy I luckily got to see him come back in 2002 with the NWO, the match with Rock, which was just amazing. Turns red and yellow again, has like a good little kind of renaissance from there. Mr. America, love that stuff. I thought what I was able to see was great. The things I've seen, obviously, from back in the day, all the WrestleMania main events and all the spectacles. I mean, without him, I highly doubt WWE is where it is now, if it's even still going at this point. So it's just sad to see going. Obviously, it sucks that like the controversy kind of outweighs everything he does, because you're gonna have half the people don't agree with it. Half the people, I think it's upsetting that like you can't just look at the positive and like just cherish his career, because like I said, without him, I mean, we probably wouldn't be where we are now. So definitely sad to see. I thought the tributes were great. I mean, I thought all 3 shows was justifiable. I mean, he is WWE at the end of the day, so I think it needed to be done, and I thought all of them were good, and all the words and videos they showed were top notch.
Yeah, I thought the video packages were great. They did 2 different ones. They did one on SmackDown that had the Triple H narration, which was like a 6-minute video package, and then they did one on Raw and NXT that was more of like the traditional WWE when someone passes video package, when they set it to a song, show highlights of their career, life. I think it was called Ordinary. I forgot the person who sings the song.
Ordinary by Alex Warren.
There you go. Good song. Great video package that it was well done. Yeah, Richie asked, Graham, a.k.a. Cream, terrible fucking nickname. I discussed that a week or 2 ago. But thoughts on the 30 bell salutes? Yeah, I mean, listen, I can see why Richie said 2 10-bell salutes on night 1 and night 2 of SummerSlam. Well, I think we got all our 10-bell salutes out of our system. They're probably not doing it again this weekend. But like I said, and like RJ said, I completely get why they did it on all 3 brands. They wanted the entire roster out there for all 3 shows. It would have been nice, personally. I don't know. I don't work there, so I don't know. It would have been nice for anyone that did not want to honor Hulk Hogan. I'm not saying, like, there's been a lot of... Twitter was a dumpster fire on Thursday. There was a lot of funny stuff coming out. The memes, not just about the fact that he passed. I'm talking like the shit that... We said it before we went live here. The Hogan lies and the Hogan tweets, a lot of them were bad, but some of them were just so dumb it was funny. I mean, the memes that man produced unintentionally were just so fucking funny. And I've seen a whole lot of them come back out last week. I mean, they're timeless. They're timeless tweets. But, people celebrating someone that died. I'm not going to tell you how to react. I've said that before. That being you or anyone, really. I mean, if you're sad about it, happy about it, I mean, everyone has their own way of grieving, I guess. It is what it is. Just considering the legacy he left behind, because it is a complicated thing. Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea really were two different people. He will tell you that. He said that in that Gawker trial 10 years ago, talking about certain parts of his anatomy that were different when he was Terry Bollea compared to Hulk Hogan. Go back and look it up. One of those great Hogan one-liners. But, at the end of the day, he meant a lot to the company. Like you said, wrestling, for better or for worse, but probably for the worse, but in a lot of ways, maybe for the better too, would not be what it is today without Hulk Hogan's contributions to the company and really the industry as a whole. So, 71 years old is still, he was older, sure, but he wasn't like that old. Vince is turning...
71's not that old nowadays.
No. Ric Flair is 78, I think, Vince, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this guy should have died for, that's just gross to me. I won't do that. But, Ric Flair's a lot older. What's his name? Vince McMahon, I forget Vince McMahon. He's turning 80 years old next month. Vince McMahon is going to live. He's going to outlive all of us, to be honest. His mom was 100 and something. I think she's still alive, or until she died anyway.
I think she was 101 when she died.
Yeah. I thought she might have still been with us, but he will probably outlive all of us. So pretty crazy. I didn't really, unfortunately, have the same I had similar attachments to Hogan that you did, but not in the same time frame. I wish I did. I tweeted this yesterday. I wish I kind of grew up in the 90s to experience the NWO and Hulkamania before that in its prime years. At least you got that one last great run in 02. You mentioned the Rock Hogan match. I rewatched that earlier this year. Alexis had never seen it before. Amazing match. But from that same time period of when you first started watching, Hogan and Vince is a great underrated Mania match. Roddy
also,
Piper.
What's underrated too is red and yellow Hogan when he faced Undertaker at Judgment Day. I think it was that same year.
Are you serious or are you trolling? Because I don't think that match is that good at all.
It's just something that's very fun for my childhood. It's not great, but like you said, him and Vince at 19.
Yeah.
The whole Mr. America stuff was great. A lot of good Hogan matches from back in the day. Favorite celebrity match? I don't know. Maybe the Bad Bunny one. Yeah, I know. Richie mentioned I wrestled 400 days a year. We were talking about that. He did. He crossed the international date line. He was in Japan. Then he came home.
We
not
see
just negating the fact when you come back home you lose a day, but yeah.
Exactly. Listen, we call them Hogan lies, but I think he was really ahead of all of us, honestly, as far as some of the stuff. The George Foreman grill. Eric Bischoff said that was a real story, so I believe
he was supposed to get it, but he had to pick up the kids from school, so he missed the phone call.
Yeah.
The George guy instead.
Yeah, listen, I call him notorious truth teller Terry Bollea for a reason. If his lips are moving, he's probably telling the truth. Or were moving, because now he's dead. But listen, Rip Hulkster. Daniel was the one who coined the nickname. Daniel was the one who coined the nickname in the first place, so this is fitting to bring up. He said, now it's on Becky to carry the Bollea name. Indeed, Becky Bollea, baby.
Bollea now. She's carrying it on.
Which she is going to when she doesn't put over Lyra this weekend. In typical Hogan fashion, baby. That doesn't work for her sister. Lyra will hit a move and it will completely miss Becky and she'll go, oh, you got me, sister. She'll hit the Nightwing and she'll think that she landed on her neck and she's like, oh, come on, man. How could you do that? And it completely just misses the ground.
Just buries her.
Becky Bollea, baby. Alexis says, I get the hate people still have for him.
Alexis is going crazy over
here. She says, I get the hate people still have for him, and I'll never be able to emphasize what the hurt his racism caused, but don't get mad at those in the industry that are grieving. He is still a racist, though. Hey, no lies were detected there. Fernando said people should not be forced to honor someone if they don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know. I don't work there. Maybe they said, hey, if you don't want to go out there, then don't. I'm not really sure how that worked. I don't know. That would have been kind of odd. Well, Alexis, okay. She said
this is where it gets far, Alexis. Come on.
She goes, I will say it's not fair that Bray died in his sleep on accident, but Ric Flair and Vince, Johnny Hot Pants, you mean, or Vince Hot Pants? There's a difference. Are still roaming around rampant on this planet. Hey, well, listen, that's life for her. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not going to say I'm not the judge and jury and executioner who gets to live and die and whatnot, but Bill Cosby, I thought, honestly, I looked the other day, I thought he might have passed by now. I don't know if he's still in prison. I think he got out, but he's still around.
Out.
He's out? Okay. Bill Cosby's, that guy from the Bill Cosby show passed away last week.
Correct.
Something Warner, I believe. But yeah, Bill Cosby's, listen, that's just, it's not fair. But I'm not going to say this guy should have died first. I think that's kind of, I understand where she's coming from, though. She said, I'm not a Hulkamaniac. Well, guess what? I am, brother. But the end.
I would say, Alexis, when Vince finally kicks, I expect the bowing and the thank you, Vince.
I said that to her. Well, I said that to you.
I expect that, Alexis. Bowing and thank you, Vince.
No chance. Nah,
yep.
Put him in the Hall of Fame at that point. Hey, listen.
Oh, easily. Just get Mount Rushmore ready. Him right next to Terry Bollea right there. Just chisel him right in there.
Malcolm Jamal. Thank you, Daniel. No, listen, when Vince passes at some point in probably 50 years from now, if ever, it's going to be a day on social media. That you think the Hogan stuff was bad, Vince is going to be probably 10 times worse. Because, again, who's a worse person? I would probably say probably Vince McMahon. I'm sorry. I think he's probably guilty of more shit than even Hulk Hogan was. If you think Hulk Hogan was complicated, look up that Vince McMahon biography, okay? He was a very complicated individual. But at the same time, he is responsible for a lot of the success that companies had, and without him, would we even be wrestling fans today? The answer is probably
not. We're talking right now, probably.
Probably not. We wouldn't even be friends. So listen, I mean, we'll get to that when he dies, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not also going to sit here and say he was a terrible person. We're not, it won't be a little bit sad. There's a lot of memories there of Vince. I can understand that. Yeah, Richie said, thoughts on Vince causing a 3-car crash on the Merritt Parkway last week. Guy was going 90, bro. He was going 90.
Have you ever been in a Bentley? Those things go fast, brother.
How fast is he? Where is he going that he needs to go that quickly?
The gym, I don't know. Hey, cracked one up. He probably's got 3 more in the garage. He doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't give a fuck about that. At least the woman's okay. I told you before, but she should have lied to him. Like, oh, you got me, brother. Like, she should have lied and said, like, you really hurt me, and get that bag from Vince McMahon. Yeah, I know, exactly right. She said, oh, you got me, brother. He needs to hire an assistant, indeed. Let's see. Hey, how long would Becky be champion if she retains? Probably honestly, a little while, I would say.
Forever at that point.
Forever.
Who else is going to lose the belt, though?
She ain't putting anyone over at that point. Alexis said, RJ LMAO, you will not get any thanks from me, LOL.
I'll get it out of you.
No, you are going to be bowing. We're going to make sure you're bowing. Everyone's got to be bowing for Vince. All right? No chance in hell, indeed. Are you two Becky Manias? What does that mean? Or are we Becky Maniacs, I think you meant to say. Of course.
I've been with Becky since she was doing Irish step dance in NXT. So I love Becky Blair, sister, but I mean, she should be putting Lyra over. I'm just saying. But like this whole Bayley thing, hey, maybe it's not in her control. But
I agree. The memes.
I just feel like, honestly, we'll get into. I just don't know really what Bayley costing Lyra really does at the end of the day. What? Fight over nothing? Perfect.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a good feud, but it should be over the championship. You can
it's
still
over
do
with.
You could still do the feud, but do it over the belt. Well, why not just do it for the belt at that point?
Drag it out some more. Drag it out some more. It's that she beat her twice. Let's move on.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand, but we'll see what happens. The memes and shitposts when Vince passes will be insane. Definitely, the Vince McMahon stuff will be pure nightmare fuel. Noob said it's gonna be.
Guy's 81 years old. Everyone does the poop stuff. He just can't help it.
No, he's a poop fiend. He's gonna poop when he dies. Listen, I think we all poop our pants when we die. I think that's what happens to your bowels. But Vince specifically, he would probably enjoy it. Just gonna say that. Can you imagine you're driving, you look in your rearview mirror, and it's Vince McMahon behind you? Dude, I would be scared shitless. I'd be like, holy shit, that Vince? I would try to stop him and be like, I know you're terrible.
I would do. I'd pull over, pal.
I'd pull over. I'd be like, hey, Vince, go on ahead. I'd bow. That's what I would do. I would bow. The Irish last kicker didn't do it for me, Daniel said. The last kicker was great. I mean, come on. Every era of Becky.
With the goggles?
That might be good.
What made her, like, somewhat famous. Obviously, the man kind of shot her off in the superstardom.
Yeah.
But, the last kicker, like, well, it was great. It was different.
Yeah, it was different. It was what got her to where she was, aside from the man stuff. But it was, what really got her over in NXT. And, I was a fan of that character a lot. I thought that was really the version of Becky a lot of people connected with, so I would agree. Alexis just is not pivoting on this at all. She said, I have no sympathy for Vince in any way. LOL. I mean, I'm not saying you have to have sympathy, but at the end of the day, he is a human being. So
she's going to do a fucking dance when he kicks the can at this point.
Yeah. I will say a lot of people after the stuff that came out about him a year or two ago were throwing around the word evil. I didn't want to use that word for Hulk Hogan. I think it might be more apt for Vince. Again, but I also don't know him personally, so it's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to sit here and say anyone is evil aside from
exactly. You don't know. You technically don't know any of these people. So.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say Hitler wasn't evil, but I'm not also going to compare Vince McMahon to Hitler. It's a little bit different. I don't want to get into a whole ethics debate here.
Hey,
but
some say evil, some say good leader. So
that is terrible.
It depends on who you talk to, right?
Depends on who you ask. Hey, he had followers, I guess. God, they were so off the rails here. Let me see. Honestly, Becky and Sasha had a banger of a match in NXT when she was the last kicker. That was TakeOver Unstoppable.
Yeah.
That was kind of like
And
her.
she lost, obviously.
Yeah, of course she lost.
Yeah.
Typical. Mercedes Hogan didn't put her over, as a lot of people say.
The fabulous Monet didn't win. Yeah, couldn't lose. Even back in NXT, she couldn't put people over.
Nathaniel asked, I wonder who Hulk Hogan is wrestling with in heaven. If you ask the AI bots on Twitter, it's Chris Benoit. I told you that picture before exists. There's a picture of, it's Hogan, which in and of itself I understand is controversial, but Hogan, Eddie, Owen I saw. I'm like, oh, okay. Holding the camera, Chris Benoit. I mean,
I don't think they ever actually. I don't think they ever actually worked. I don't think they actually never did, honestly.
No,
because when Benoit was like big in WCW, Hogan was out at that point.
I was going to say, when he was, that was probably the only reason why he won the belt.
And they both were faces.
When you're saying like worked back. As far as like in a match or something?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they had a match. No. Definitely no interaction there.
Johnny Graham has no idea who Bryce Mitchell is.
No, Bryce Mitchell, yeah. No idea. Who's Bryce Mitchell?
He's a UFC fighter. He's like a Southern, like he's like been, he like said Hitler was a good person and some other outlandish shit.
Okay, I'd rather not interview him. That's terrible. Outlandish shit is the best way to sum that up. Billy, I saw your chat earlier. Thank you for joining us at afternoon or morning for you guys. Hope you're both well. We are well, Billy. Thanks for joining as always. Great to see you here for the first time in a while. He also said, do you reckon when Vince crashed into the person and he said, we can settle this out of court, he said they sang No Chance in Hell? They probably did. Hey, listen, it's a great theme song. We'll never hear it again on TV, but it was a great theme song. What, that we'll never hear it again on TV?
You might hear when the people are bowing when they do the tribute to Vince. You might.
50 bell salute.
100 bell salute.
On Evolve, not only just the three brands, but I want AEW to do it, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Crockett Promotions.
Alexis at her house.
Yep.
10 bell salute.
Yep.
Bowing. I want the
big
video.
10 bell salute. Weekend at Bernie's remake with Vince Actual's corpse used in the movie. Oh, God, that's terrible. Now we're talking about Vince McMahon here. Hogan versus Benoit going crazy right now. You can listen to that song in your phone. No Chance in Hell. It's a good song. Hey, listen, it's a catchy theme. Also, by the way, is Real American the best theme song of all time? I said this last week. I think it is.
I mean, it's up there. It's definitely like when you hear it, you know who it is, obviously. Yeah. But I mean, it's actually an actual song too.
It is too.
But yeah, it's up there.
No, it's a great song. To me, it's in the Mount Rushmore, if not number one. All right, listen, SummerSlam coming up this weekend. Night 1 we will begin with. And it is funny how much more stacked Night 2 is compared to Night 1. I don't know why they put all the stipulation matches on Night 2 and they have no stipulation matches in Night 1. That is very odd to me. They kind of made the choice pretty easy for anyone debating between going to either night. Night 2 is probably your best bet, but Night 1 should also be solid. Let's start with the aforementioned Jelly Roll. He's going to be teaming up with Randy Orton against Logan Paul and probably Drew McIntyre. I guess someone said that he's back in the States, so good. The match will not change. Is this an obvious outcome here, Mr. Marceau? Jelly Roll goes over, LOL. And what do you expect out of this matchup?
I mean, I think this is clearly Jelly Roll and Randy wins, right? I mean, celebrity involved, they win. I mean, I wouldn't hate if they lost. Maybe kind of get a little bit more seeds for the Randy Orton heel turn. I don't think he's punting Jelly Roll in the head, but I wouldn't be against it. But yeah. I think we get Randy, Jelly Roll win, Babyfaces win to get that nice celebrity output.
Yeah, the little celebrity, moment there. I mean, I did ask you briefly before we ended the show 2 weeks ago. Is this a match you care about? For me, this is the bathroom break of the show. I'm not going to say it's terrible. Have I cared? No, but I will give Jelly Roll his credit. I think he's played his role fairly well on TV so far.
Yeah, I think it's so far so good. I mean, I think, like you said, I'm not expecting a lot. But I mean, I think it's decent. I mean, I think what we've seen from Jelly Roll has been pretty good. I mean, he's definitely bigger. Like, he's kind of in the more mainstream right now. So I think they're kind of capitalizing on his, obviously, stardom. So I don't hate it. I don't think it's like better than like Snooki or like kind of other random people they brought back over the years.
Yeah, no, that Snooki match is still pretty awful, even in retrospect. Nothing against her as a person, but had no interest in at that point. Back in, I was not a Jersey Shore fan, so I didn't really give a shit personally.
Missing out.
I know you've gone back and watched it a few times, haven't you?
It's my lullaby every night.
That's so funny. The Judgment Day versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. We've mentioned this before. Loving the duo of Charlotte and Alexa. I think they've been working really well together. This is the time. They did not win at Evolution, which was the right call. I think they take the titles here. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like both teams. I think, honestly, Raquel gels better with Roxanne. I don't know. I feel like they feel more unified than she did with Liv. I don't know. I feel like as a team, they look good together. I mean, they do have matching gear, so that probably helps a little bit. But I don't know. I just feel like their connection, like the entrance, I don't know. They just feel more gelled. Like before, I feel it was like Liv. This is Liv. Like Liv. And then you have Raquel in the background. I feel like with Roxanne, they've kind of felt more as a team, like more as like equals.
Yeah.
So I feel like they've actually been gelling well together. Charlotte and Alexa, I think their tandem's been great as well. Like I said, I think they most likely win the belts here. I think they've been great. Lost at Evolution, but I like the Flair Bliss combo, so I would put the belts on them here.
Yeah, do you think that's also a combination of with Raquel and Roxanne? You make a great point. I think they do have good chemistry together, and they've worked together very well. Not to take away, like we talk about Alexa and Charlotte, but you gave your praise for the Judgment Day too, which I agree with. Do you think another factor of that is, I don't know if you saw this, but Raquel said recently, or Kevin Nash actually said recently, that she needs to work more like the big man style, like the big, I don't know, big woman style is the way to say it, but she doesn't wrestle like her size. She doesn't wrestle like a giant. And she heard that. Someone said that to her in an interview, and she was like, okay, she actually didn't shit all over it. She was like, I appreciate that. I will take it under consideration. I will try to do that more in my style. I appreciate watching my stuff. And it kind of feels like she's actually adapted that mindset to her matches. She kind of feels more like, as opposed to bumping all over the place all the time, she feels like she's actually taking that advice to heart, and it's reflected in her matches.
No, like you said, I think they've gelled well. She's clearly the bigger one, and Roxanne's like the little tag team partner. Like I said, I think they've done well, and I think, like I said, maybe it's just a presentation, but they do feel like on the same level, and I feel like it kind of brings their unity as a team better than just she's Liv's sidekick at the end of the day.
And Richie, I completely disagree. I do not think.
Come on, Richie.
No, I know he's kidding. The back muscles. I know your dad loved that too. Oh, the back, come on.
So dumb. But no, I think they've been doing well. I think they'll lose here, but I do like them. Their current formation of Judgment Day.
Yeah, I completely agree. I like both these teams a lot, but I do think Charlotte and Alexa take the titles here. Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, the rubber match. Now listen, I like the two previous matches. They haven't exactly lit the world on fire. So this should be an interesting match. I think Sami wins. LOL. I like the fact that Kross made Night of Champions. I like the fact he's on this show. The fact of the matter is this. Myself included, a lot of people have been saying Karrion Kross has not been getting a lot of television time. Lately he has been, but before this he was not. It's now up to him to deliver. Like there was a lot of internet like, oh, get him on the show. I myself included. He's on the show. He made SummerSlam. Awesome. Now he has to deliver. If he does not deliver, it's going to be a very interesting situation come like a week from now when his contract reportedly expires. And apparently it's not re-signed. Maybe secretly he did. And not to make this match more obvious, I don't know. Genuine question, because I'm uncertain at this point. Do you think, first of all, who do you think wins? But second of all, do you think Karrion Kross stays? Like, do they re-sign him?
I think it depends on who wins the match. If Kross wins, I would assume that he's staying.
Yeah.
If he loses, I would say he's leaving. I don't know. I just feel like they have bigger plans for Sami, so I kind of want to lean Sami wins. Not that a loss to Karrion kills him or anything, because, I mean, he's like the underdog guy. They can always get him back. But with Kross, I mean, if he wins, I mean, I feel like you have to either go in or you're all out, like at this point. So if he wins, you got to kind of keep going with that momentum. If he loses, then you kind of got to move on from there. So
yeah.
I kind of lean more Sami. I mean, Kross had his win. It's kind of like the rubber match.
Yeah.
I feel like that one was kind of like all odds are stacked against Sami there. I think Sami wins here.
Yeah, I think Sami Zayn wins here. Does Karrion Kross get re-signed? I'm honestly at this point thinking that he might not be. I think they want to phase him out and have him lose here, and then I think this is his swan song. Like legitimately, I think they might not re-sign him. Like, and you might think not you specifically, but like, oh, he's at SummerSlam. How can they not re-sign him? Bro, Braun Strowman was wrestling for like the United States Championship a week or two before he got fired. Like, I'm not saying he's not getting fired. His contract would just not be renewed. But I think they see this as a very important performance. If he goes out there and kills it, how can they let him go? I still would not let Karrion Kross go. I would re-sign him. But if he doesn't deliver here and he goes out there and has a dud of a match with Sami Zayn of all people, who's great, they might be like, we're not going to resign him. This is a very important match, assuming he hasn't already resigned secretly. So I guess we'll find out this weekend. WWE.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Q3 budget cuts are coming up. So I mean.
Listen, he might be on the chopping block. I hate to say, and I love Karrion Kross, but this might be the most important match on the card as far as does he end up resigning and getting a push, or does he end up in those list of names and those Q3 cuts?
Q3 budget cuts are coming, people. Get ready.
Mm-hmm. Turn your phone off. If you see 203, do not pick it up. Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, WWE Women's Championship. The build here has been kind of non-existent. The match kind of sells itself to me. They had a good match on the SmackDown after Mania earlier this year, so I kind of think the match should hopefully be good. Doesn't really work when they're both baby faces, though, especially when both women are natural heels. But I think the match will be good. I think this is where Jade Cargill finally becomes champion, right? I mean, they're finally pushing her as a single star. Tiffany, I think, has had a very good reign with matches with Charlotte, Bayley, Trish, Nia Jax, some very good matches. I think this is the end of the line for Tiffany Stratton as champion. But what do you think? Who goes over here? Who walks out champion?
Yeah, I mean, I think looking at it on paper, I think Jade most likely wins. The hype for this match, I would say probably resting heart rate for me. The needle's barely coming off empty. I think it'll be fine. I just don't think, like you said, it sells itself, but the feud's been just there. I just don't really care.
Yeah.
I think Jade wins. I think Tiffany's been great. They haven't really given her a lot to work with, but they're both, like I said, both natural heels. Both are baby faces. Jade wins, I guess. I mean, if Tiffany wins, I don't really know where you go from there. There really isn't any other like heels for her to really face. So, I mean,
it's
I don't know if Bianca gets involved. I don't really know, but like that would be like the only thing to kind of make it somewhat interesting. But then she's going heel. But even if Jade wins, like, there's no who's she gonna face? Fucking Chelsea Green and Alba Fire and Piper Niven. I mean, come on, there's no heels on SmackDown. So, and then you're gonna have Alexa and Charlotte, their faces anyways, but they'll be tied up with the tag team stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of a lose-lose here. I don't want Tiffany to lose, but I mean, there really isn't anyone for her to face unless they move her to Raw, and then vice versa with Jade. Jade wins, they'll rematch, and then who? So
yeah.
Maybe that's something. Maybe Bayley finds herself on SmackDown somehow. Maybe that's kind of where we go from here. Like, give her something to do because she's a heel that we're probably going heel that has no set plans. But I'll go with Jade. But like I said, this match I'll probably be sitting on my hands.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine the crowd will be too into the action. I don't expect it'll be a banger by any means, but I hope I'm wrong. You do pose an interesting question. What happens from here? Because they don't have a whole lot of heels. Charlotte's now a babyface. Alexa Bliss is a babyface as well. Let's not forget about that. Nia Jax they have, but she's kind of doing something in NXT right now. Plus, we've seen Nia in the title picture a lot in the last year, so probably not.
No to Nia, please.
And I like Chelsea Green, but she's not quite at that level. They would need to turn Bianca. I mean, they have a lot of baby faces. I would turn Bianca Belair heel. And I think she might be cleared soon. I mean, how bad is it? I mean, she broke her finger or her wrist or something. She's been out since Mania. I mean, I know she was at Evolution, but she didn't really get physical, so I don't know. Quick side question here from Fresh Fly. Do you have any action figures, he asked Mr. Marceau, even if it's just one? Any WWE action figures?
I do not. I used to when I was a kid. I had a ton of them. I don't have any more. But I used to. I had the Elimination Chamber and all that stuff, all that bullshit. But yeah. I did have them. I don't have any currently.
My brother had as a kid the Money in the Bank set. That was a classic one too. The Elimination Chamber one, I would see that in Target all the time. That one was pretty sick. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Total destruction to end Raw on Monday, with including Bronson Reed taking Roman Reigns' shoes, which was I love that. I thought that was great. And Braun Breaker also doing the whole, this is my camera, this is my ring, that's my blah, blah. I thought that was great, too, because Roman's done that a lot over the years. So I thought, flipping the roles, reversing the roles there was great. Tough match to call. I'm going to go with Mr. Marceau going first. So who do you got going over in this match?
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. Nothing on the line.
Nope.
Bragging rights, I guess, at the end of the day. Yeah. Roman, Jey, okay. Braun and Bronson. I feel like Braun and Bronson probably should win, but I think Roman and Jey are going to win. This is like the definition. Baby faces should probably put the heels over, but like they want the baby face to win. It's Roman, Jey. I I feel like Bronson and Bron should win, but I'm gonna pick Roman and Jay.
I was leaning towards Breakker and Reed because they were getting their asses kicked for most weeks, and they need to. Breakker specifically needs to pin Roman Reigns, not Jey Uso. He needs to pin Roman Reigns. I am not confident in that anymore after what happened on Raw. Maybe it's just booking 101 where it's like they want to make you think the baby faces will win, but they don't. I really hope that's the case. Roman gains absolutely nothing from winning this match. Like, absolutely nothing. He does not need to win here, but I still think he will. So I'm going to go Roman Reigns and Jey Uso as well, but I really hope I'm wrong on that. And Daniel, I agree. I cried laughing as well when they took Roman's Jordans on Raw. I thought that was great.
But like you said, though, like if Braun and Bronson win, they should be pinning Roman. Like pinning Jey does nothing at that point.
No,
so that's like another reason why I kind of like I don't see them beating Roman. So like that's why I'm kind of like I don't really see that happening.
I mean, they could beat Jey in any ordinary Raw. That's kind of the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's popular. I mean, it would mean something, but not nearly as much as if they pin Roman Reigns, who's apparently going away again after SummerSlam to go film like Street Fighter or something. Like, just have him take the pin. We say that it's easy, but I just don't know if they're going to do that. I mean, they might want to have
the
Triple
H booking. I don't see Roman Reigns getting pinned.
Yeah.
They overly protect top people. They never get pinned.
No, yeah, they overly protect people. Ask Rhea Maivia, who we'll get to in the Night 2 predictions. Gunther, CM Punk, main event, World Heavyweight Championship. Who goes over here and what happens afterward is the question. Or at the end of the match, a la Evolution from last month. Or earlier this month.
Yeah, this one's a tough one. I mean, I'm leaning Punk. I mean, Gunther's had the belt. Won it back from Jay. He hasn't really done a lot. And I'm in Punk, like, okay, perfect. Punk gets his title match. He wins. We haven't really heard from Rollins. Like, his knee was too swollen. Yeah. Haven't heard shit since. Not even a peep since.
Nope.
Like, you think you'd get through the grapevines. Oh, he blows a... Like, if he was really hurt, I feel like they would have said it by now.
That's what I was thinking, too, yeah.
So I'm feeling like Punk wins. Rollins comes out, cashes in. Graham goes crazy. I go crazy. Rollins hits the stomp. 1, 2, 3. So I think Punk wins the match. Rollins cashes in and leaves with the belt.
I think that's exactly what happens too. I think Gunther winning just straight up would be funny, and I'd have no issue with that. I don't think that's how they end night 1 of SummerSlam. I don't think Gunther just beats Punk and they just go off the air like that. Either Punk wins or Punk wins and there's a cash in. But I'm leaning towards the latter for the exact reason that you just said. They haven't said anything about it. That's very fishy. I mean, they haven't said,
it could be like after Roman and Jey win, so it's like they're down a little bit, and they kind of like pick them back up, and like the Heist of the Century 2.0, Master Architect, he's the architect. Oh, I ended like I was hurt, and you fucking body, you dummy. I came back and won. You won the belt. I took it right from you.
No, I mean, nothing will ever top that original cash-in from Rollins, but that would still be cool if he faked an injury, which I was very doubtful over when we talked about it a few weeks ago. But they sold me on it. They definitely sold me on it. I'll give them that much. And Daniel said Solo did pin Roman in Saudi Arabia last year, so hopefully Braun will do too. The difference there, though, is that Solo is family. Solo isn't in Hawaii. Braun Breaker is not. If you're family, you can pin Roman. Jay's pinned Roman. I mean, Cody, honorary member of the NY family.
Honorary bloodline member. Yeah, Dusty and yep.
Makes sense.
Honorary
makes sense.
member.
But Jay, Solo, they're all part of the family, so it makes sense. I would love for Breaker to win. I just don't see that happening. But we'll get to night 2 of SummerSlam here, of SummerSlam. Another 6-match card, assuming the TLC match ends up on Sunday, which I don't know if it's been officially confirmed, but it is confirmed. Okay. So we'll start with that. 6-pack challenge, TLC match, running it back from the SmackDown after Mania. Instead of 3 teams, it's 6 teams. This is going to be a fucking mess, and I can't wait for it. I love it.
Home Depot or Lowe's on the sponsorship yet, or Ace Hardware? I know, too. They go New England. Could go a little Ace Hardware.
They could. You got those Slim Jim tables. Why not get that home, Ace Hardware, Home Depot ladders, Lowe's? I mean, come on. Yeah. The possibilities are endless that they want to make money off of it.
There's got to be like local garbage trucks they could put on the cans, on the garbage cans. Come on, local union. Come on, get them out there.
No, exactly. I could totally see that sponsorship happening. And Daniel even said in the chat as well. He said his name is Cody Rhodes and Hawaii. That's his full legal name.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too.
That's why he pinned Roman Reigns last year. Yeah. So we got Wyatt 6 in this match. Andrade and Rey Fenix, the Street Profits, DIY, the Motor City Machine Guns, and Fraxium for the WWE Tag Team titles. Really, any of these teams could win because it almost doesn't even matter. The Wyatt 6 just did become champions for what it's worth, but I'll throw it to you first. Who do you think goes over here?
Kid acts like this is Andre and Hogan over here.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying no Street Profits, no Morrison Machine Guns, no DIY. So we're down to 3 teams. I think Wyatt 6 don't win, so eliminate them. It's between Fraxium and Andrade and Felix for me. I'm leaning them, Andrade and Phoenix. I feel like they're like a good little team. Fraxium, they're newer. You don't really need to do that. I'm going with Andrade and Ray Phoenix.
That's funny you say that. That's my prediction as well, because they've been on a roll recently. They failed to win the tag titles against the Wyatt 6 recently, but because of a DQ. So I feel like they'll finally win in this showcase. Give them the belts for a little while, see what happens. I agree with the majority that it is odd that Ray Phoenix is, in a tag team right now, but it's not with his brother. But still, I think the team works really well. They have great chemistry, and I do also see them walking out new WWE Tag Team Champions. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. We're finally getting it. Supposed to happen in Night of Champions. Dominic got hurt, wasn't cleared, didn't get that doctor's note, but he is cleared now. Who goes over here, Dominic or AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship?
This is a tough one. I'm looking at this card on night 2. A lot of championships.
A lot of championship matches. And also, worth noting,
and guess what? And they can't all lose.
They can't, no, exactly. They can't all lose. But it's also worth noting, 20-year anniversary of Dirty Dom's SummerSlam debut in the custody of Dominic ladder match.
I understand. I'm looking at it. There's a lot of champions on it. And guess what? I think a lot of them might lose, but not all of them can lose.
No.
I'm going with the Dominic Mysterio retain here. I don't love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with it because there's other things I want to happen. So just X's and O's, simple addition and minus. Dominic's got to retain.
I agree. I think Dominic retains as well. I think he retains this championship. AJ pinned him on Raw. I don't think he pins him again on SummerSlam. I think he definitely loses here, and Dominic retains the title. I am seeing all the activity in the chat over Cody Rhodes ending slavery, by the way. I've seen the photos of him with MLK.
I saw him. He was with MLK. I saw the picture. He marched with him.
I mean, come on. He was with Malcolm X. You saw that one too, right? Him with Malcolm.
Yep.
Come on. He ended slavery in AEW. He said this. He had the first mixed baby.
He had the first interracial baby of all time. I saw it.
The proof is in the pudding, people. Richie said it himself. Go look it up. It exists. Women's Intercontinental Championship. From the men's to the women's here. This is a no disqualification, no count-out match for the women's IC title. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, the blow-off. It all comes down to this, the best feud of the year. Fucking at me. I don't care. Don't at me, whatever the expression is. This is the best feud of the year. This man I'm speaking with agrees with me. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong. The match would be great, but who wins? I'm going to throw it to you first. I'm not asking who you think. Well, who do you...
This is the one that, you throw me the fucking 6-pack fucking ladder Home Depot special. Okay, whatever. It's easy. This one, I feel like it's 2 different ways. It's like Becky retains and we got Bayley interfering. I guess the only thing it gets then Bayley interferes and Lyra loses. She can no longer challenge for the belt. But then what does Bayley get out of it? She gets nothing out of it. So we're going to continue this feud.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it has to be Lyra. I don't want Bayley involved. Have Bayley do something else. Go to SmackDown. They need heels. Just ship her off to SmackDown. This should be Lyra wins. LOL. And Becky can give her, she can raise her hand, kind of acknowledge her, give her the ring. Lyra wins.
Yeah.
I think that's what should happen. The Balea in me saying Becky Balea retains, but I'm going with Lyra. They're off camera. They're friends. I think Becky knows they do the right thing.
Yep.
Lyra wins, and we move on.
I hate to say it, but I've been saying for months, Becky finally puts over Lyra at SummerSlam, which, it's not that she's never lost to her. She lost to her at Backlash, okay? Becky's lost to her before and in NXT. But it's all been building to this. She lost the belt in the first place, did Lyra. She lost at Evolution because she should win here. That should have always been the end game. But I'm questioning that now after everything you just said and everything we've talked about. I think Bayley's going to cost Lyra the win. They're making it very obvious. They're laying it on very thick. I just think that we're going to see Becky retain here, which, I think Becky's great. Becky's had a good run. She's very good as a heel. I don't hate the idea. Her and Stephanie at some point could be really cool among other people in that Raw women's division as IC champion. I think the whole point of this feud should have been... Lyra has been elevated. There's no doubt about that. She's not going to be dead and buried if she loses here. She's working with Bayley.
She's not dead and buried, but I just feel like going on to then feud with Bayley. At that point, I feel like Bayley would have to win. If she's costing her the belt, what does Bayley get out of it? Then they fight again, Lyra beats her again. Mm-hmm. Then she's just a loser. Because then she loses here, then she's going to face Bayley, and then she'll probably most likely lose to Bayley. Then what?
Then she's back on main event.
Exactly. So she needs to win. I like. There's even a scenario that like maybe Bayley comes out to try to cost Lyra, and she actually like helps her win, and they may. Okay, I'm fine with that. Then we got Lyra. I mean Becky. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she's gonna go be a mother or something. But then you can have Lyra versus Bayley or something. Mm-hmm. But like, the only thing I can see with Becky retaining is if Becky retains, maybe she drops the belt to like Io or someone.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Io is winning the triple threat. So yeah. I mean, that's the only thing. But I think Lyra should win.
Yeah, I think Lyra should win as well. I'm going to go not nepotism. What's the opposite of optimistic? Pessimistic.
The pessimistic.
I'm going to go pessimistic point of view here and say Becky loses. Or Becky wins, I'm sorry. Becky Belair does not put over Lyra Valkyria. And Becky Belair goes over, still Women's Intercontinental Champion. I hate to say it. You'll be hearing from me. I will be hearing from you. We will discuss.
I already have the note ready. The note's ready in the text message.
Doesn't work for her sister. And Fresh Fly, will I be seeing Freaky Friday? Yes, I will be. I watched the first one again recently. It's a great movie. I can't imagine the sequel will be as bad as Happy Gilmore 2, but it might be up there. So we'll see. At least it's getting a theatrical release. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, steel cage match, United States Championship. Jacob Fatu wins. That's it. I mean, there's nothing really for me to say.
Jacob wins. LOL. Like that's like I'm looking at him like Jacob has to win. So okay, he wins the ball. Okay, perfect. Move on.
Yeah. I think that's it. End of the feud as well, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, triple threat match, Women's World Championship. I know this is a soft spot for you because Io's no longer champion. Does she get the belt back here? Does Rhea Ripley become champion? You're shaking your head. Yes. Give it to me. What do you think happens in this matchup?
Yeah, I think we get what we thought was going to happen at Mania, or most people thought. Rhea wins. LOL. We move on and. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Naomi retaining. Mm-hmm. I'd be extremely surprised. I think, like you said, her heel's still starting to kind of rub off on me a little bit. I think she's doing pretty well with that.
That's good to hear.
I mean, Rhea Maivia can't not go over. I mean, if you watch Untold, Triple H is like obsessed with her. She's like the greatest superstar of all time. She's the most over. She didn't win at Mania. I just don't see her losing here. I think Rhea wins the belt. And like I said, like that might be the only positive for Io. Maybe she goes on to face Becky and take the belt from her. But besides that, Rhea wins. LOL.
Yeah. So you think they would really cut Naomi's reign short at 3 weeks? Why not just wait to give Rhea the belt in Australia in a couple months? That's what I'm leaning towards. Or does that make too much sense?
But like
she's gonna win the belt. You're just saying she's gonna win the belt at some point. So rip the Band-Aid off now.
The thing, I guess my problem is at the end of the day, too, is like, if Naomi wins, then she's going to face Stephanie, which I feel like Stephanie should win. Mm-hmm. But then if Rhea wins, then she's going to face Stephanie, too. I think she could afford to lose a Rhea. Obviously, Naomi's good, too, but like Rhea's like the top dog. Yeah. So Stephanie doesn't win there. Okay. She lost to Rhea. Yeah. Not the end of the world. I just feel like if she faces Naomi, she should be beating Naomi.
All right.
I just...
One-on-one, you're saying.
Also, like I feel like it's like the same thing as Mania. Like we didn't think, like we're not really thinking like Naomi, like they're gonna do the same thing as Mania. Naomi becomes a champion. You kind of look at the other two people, and then she retains just like Io did. Yeah. I don't know. It could happen, but I just don't see Rhea losing again. I just don't.
No, I don't. Well, I do, but I don't see her taking the pin. I think Io Sky gets pinned again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think Naomi retains. I'll be optimistic with this one. I do think Naomi wins. Nathaniel said the same thing. I mean, still this Cody talk keeps going. Maria said that Cody co-wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. I heard that as well. And Daniel said MLK ran the I Have a Dream speech by Cody first. He didn't want to gimmick infringe on Dusty, so Cody gave him his blessing. I heard the same thing. Meltzer reported that in The Observer that week.
Voice memo. He voice memoed the Cody, and Cody said it was good.
And no, Richie, don't get my hopes up. He said, I think Becky retains via age-alien interference. I think at this point, I don't know if she's coming back. I mean, come on. At this point, if she hasn't come back yet, I don't know if she is, but that would be nice. And I agree with Maria. I think Becky does not need the women's IC title. She did her job by making Lyra a lot more interesting, so give up the belt back to Lyra. I just don't know if that's going to happen at this point. I'm kind of skeptical. I think Lyra loses, but I want to dream. Last match, though, Mr. Marceau's most anticipated match in the entire 2-night card, as he shakes his head no. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, street fight for the Undisputed WWE Championship. Anything goes. So do we see The Rock get involved? Travis Scott, maybe? That's who everything's built around, according to WWE Unreal. Who goes over, and does anyone get involved?
I mean, at this point, Cody has to go over, I think. Not that I love it, but I think Cody needs to go over. We're going to get the bells and whistles. Like, it's going to be interference galore.
Yep.
I expect Dwayne to be there. I don't know if Travis Scott will be there. Maybe he'll be there. Maybe Jelly Roll will come back out. Him and Travis Scott one-on-one. I have fucking no idea. But I feel like it's going to be overbooked the shit like it always is. 30 referee bumps. I mean, Cena's going to kick him in the nuts, hit him with the belt. We're going to get the whole 9 yards. But at the end of the day, Cody's going to get the title back, hopefully.
Okay.
I think the Cena run's been terrible, and it needs to end. I mean, yes. Cody wins. I think bells and whistles, Cody wins.
Yeah, I think Cody wins as well. Does John Cena go back babyface as soon as the match is over by endorsing Cody? I would just say rip the Band-Aid off and just do it this weekend. Just turn him back babyface on Sunday.
Yeah, at this point, you might as well. The heel turn's been terrible, so I think they need to
just get it over with.
Get it over with. I mean, we got September, October, November. So we have 4 months left. Give us the hits and let's move on.
Yeah, I completely agree. Daniel said, them running the Cena heel turn by Travis Scott before even asking Cena was wild. Yeah, I mean, they just, I don't, Cena just says yes to everything at this point. I think he always has. So it wasn't like his idea. And he just does not work in the role, unfortunately. And the execution of the turn as well. We'll kind of do an analysis of the John Cena heel turn next week once it's inevitably over. We'll talk about how bad this whole thing was. I'll talk about like where they went wrong, but I think you can kind of I think when they did the pivot, I think that's kind of the main way that they went wrong back in the day or back in March. Richie said The Rock will come out and smack his forearm, thus activating Cody's Winter Soldier mode, and he'll turn into the Marine and beat Cody. I could see it. Dwayne's going to show up for work this weekend. Do you feel it? I could feel it. I feel the mana. I feel the mana, baby. It's coming. And I'll be like, and here's me being in the building for the show. I'll be like, fuck The Rock, fuck Dwayne. He's been pivoting. He's a loser. He's ruined the product. Me when he shows up, that's the final boss. That's the final boss. He's helping Cena win. 1, 2, 3. Who's the third man? Oh, that's Travis Scott. And I'll be back on board. Pivoting, baby. Yeah, Daniel, Richie, you guys get it. Pivot. I'll be pivoting. I'll be sitting here shitting on The Rock, but guess what? I'm sitting in here as Graham GSM Matthews. I'll be in the building as Graham Romina, okay? Like, it's just me. I'll be obviously The Rock. There's 2 different people. It's not the same person. Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. Cody Rhodes will lose and John Cena will retain. I still want to see the babyface turn. Well, the babyface turn is happening. It's just more a matter of when than if, and I think it happens this weekend. Nathaniel said, I have Cena retaining as The Rock because of Randy? Oh, God, I hope that would... Or The Rock and Jelly Roll. Nathaniel, you're killing me here. If The Rock doesn't show up this weekend, then I don't know when. He's not. He's not coming back. People think, we're going to get Rock and Roman this year in Vegas, as if it's like 2016 and we're still getting it. Like, it's not happening. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now, or people will still latch onto that. No. Would I eat it up if they did it? Yeah, probably. I probably would, to be honest with you. But it's not going to happen. Like Fresh Fly said, Rock is not showing up.
You don't think Rock's coming out?
Maybe Dwayne Johnson.
I'll say the final boss might be there, but
Dwayne Johnson, maybe. Final boss, I don't know. He doesn't show up for work, so I don't know. But I'd be excited, Pop. Oh, that's the final boss. He's here. That'll be me in the... I'll send you a video. What? That's The Rock. God, I can't wait.
That's what they really need to do. Hey, Cena's Cody's with the win. 2, pulls out, hood, pulls it off. It's the final boss.
I don't think I've ever seen you more dejected in my life than when Jay was on the verge of winning the Universal Championship 2 years ago at SummerSlam when we went. Then when Jimmy fucking Uso pulled him out of the ring. How bad was that finish?
1, kick, spear, splash. 1. Who is it? What? It's Jimmy. Like, what? Why?
RJ literally goes, and I word for word, that was stupid.
I've never been more mad, probably. That and Charlotte losing to Sasha Banks. Those are probably the 2 most mad I've been in person.
I was going to say, what was worse? 1, 2, 3, see you, GSM, when Charlotte beat Sasha at Hell in the Cell 2016, or Jimmy cost him
probably that one. I mean, I didn't expect Jay to win, just that,
we knew.
At the end of the day, I knew Roman was winning LOL, but that one was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Nick said, here's how Cena versus Cody will go. Cody will win. Rock will appear. Tell Cena he has not been a good soldier. Cena will turn on Rock, thus making Cena babyface. I love all of that. I just don't think Rock shows up for work, though. Like, do you think Rock's going to show up just to put someone else over? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That doesn't work for him, brother. That doesn't work for the mama.
No, the final boss is coming out, The Rock. Different people.
Final boss.
He's 3 different people.
I do love that idea, though. I would love to see that happen. I'm skeptical with The Rock because this fucking guy would rather sit on his couch during Mania than show up and actually add to the matchup. But we'll show up for the heel turn.
He watched. He let you know.
Guy, no. He let you know that he watched. He did Damage Control on Pat McAfee a couple days later. Ridiculous. The hierarchy of power in the WWE Universe is about to change. Dwayne the Final Boss Johnson, TKO board member. Yeah, he's coming, baby. The Rock, next champ. I think he's taking the title from Cody Rhodes. Daniel asked, will Derek be in the building, Graham? No, Alexis isn't going, so Derek will not be there. We all know that she's... Or not Derek, Tyreek. I think that's what I thought you said. Derek might be there. I'm not sure. What if The Rock is John Cena's final opponent? Absolutely not. God, no. And that final match is probably happening on, like, Saturday night's main event. So I don't need another Cena Rock match. Leave that shit in 2013. Fresh Fly said he wants to see it. Oh, one more Rock match in general. I mean, I was on that boat, but at this point, like, I'm kind of off of it. Everyone's so quiet about leaving Ford Field after Jimmy turned on Jay. Yeah, that finish sucked. Mr. Marceau and I were there. We were like, all right, time to leave, I guess. We went to the press conference, and we were like, all right, that sucked. Daniel said the same thing. Yeah, rubs goosebumps on Rock's arm. Love Ziggler? He'll probably be there. I agree with that. And thoughts on John Cena's final opponent being Ryback? Hey, Ryback needs a paycheck too, baby. Ryback and John Cena, I could certainly see that. Love Ziggler for life, absolutely. That's going to do it, guys, for our SummerSlam predictions. I am excited to be back here with Mr. Marceau next week to review it all, review that Rock run-in, and be prepared to soak in the mana, get the goosebumps, get the whole thing going here with the final boss, and me marking out in person. I'll post a video of me going, what? The Rock is here? What? And I'll be going nuts. So I'll send you the video, and I'll send you the text saying Becky wins and Cena wins, LOL, coming up on night 2 of SummerSlam. New episodes every single Thursday right here on YouTube, WrestleRant.com, WrestleRantRadio.com, all major podcast platforms. Shout out to our channel members once more: Alexis, Miss Maud Matthews, Dylan Jackman, Mrs. Renee, DJ Swerve 1, Daniel Malcolm, Mr. Marceau himself, John Ritland, Richie, and Average Grunt. Thank you to you fine folks. More information on that down below in the description box. And on the way out, at the very least, be sure to like this video and subscribe. Click the bell button to be notified every single time we're live here on the channel. You'll be notified, and every single time new content goes up. Mr. Marceau, any parting words as we ride off into SummerSlam weekend?
I got nothing.
I got to go watch Let It Go. What was the name of the movie?
Just go with it.
I got the go part. I got to go watch Just Go With It, and SummerSlam 2 are on my watch list. 2 for later tonight when I get to the New Jersey hotel.
You have Hulu? It says you can watch it on Hulu.
I have Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Okay, yeah, it's on there, it says.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So I think I know what I'm watching tonight. Before SummerSlam weekend. So I'll be hitting the road soon. We'll be back here next Thursday with Mr. Marceau discussing all these SummerSlam action and any controversies coming out of the weekend. For Mr. Marceau, I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Have an awesome one, folks, and we'll catch your ass down the road.
Join Graham GSM Matthews and RJ Marceau every Thursday as they run down their weekly wrestling rants, offer expert analysis, host exclusive interviews, and more. Subscribe today on all your favorite podcast platforms and never miss an episode of WrestleRant Radio.